Breaking news. Arsenal 3-0 Nottingham Forest. Bukayo Saka shown, Saka and Nwaneri made history, and the spectacle at the Emirates is making waves. Are we now title contenders? Hello everyone, this is Guilherme, the owner of the Arsenal News Today channel, the best in the world when it comes to all things Arsenal. Today, I'm bringing you all the details about this incredible victory, the highlights of Saka and Nwaneri's performances, and the latest news that could change the future of our team. So, stay with me until the end, because what's coming up is unmissable. Before we dive into today's news, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, as our upcoming videos will be a series of content designed to keep you informed about everything related to the Gunners. Hit that notification bell and select all so you'll receive the latest updates from behind the scenes at Arsenal. Gunners, we have a like target of 120 for this video. In the last video, we smashed the target in under an hour, proving that we are true Gunners fans. So drop a like and let's hit that target quickly. Arsenal left the fans ecstatic this weekend with a resounding 3-0 victory over Nottingham Forest, solidifying their position as one of the favorites for the Premier League title this season. With a performance filled with energy, creativity, and moments of pure class, the Gunners not only showcased their ability to dominate opponents, but also reinforced why they are considered one of the most exciting teams in Europe right now. Bukayo Saka once again stole the show, while young Saka and Nwaneri, at just 17 years old, made his mark in style, demonstrating the bright future the club has ahead of it. The match kicked off with an intense pace from Arsenal, who controlled the midfield and the attacking third from the very first minutes. Saka opened the scoring with a goal only he could conjure, a masterful touch of patience and precision, using his magical left foot to find the perfect angle. The Emirates Stadium erupted in applause as the fans recognized the special talent that resides within their ranks. Saka continues to develop at a rapid pace, establishing himself as one of Europe's greatest prospects. His ball control, skill in tight spaces, and vision place him in a league of his own, making him a true nightmare for opposing defenses. However, the most thrilling moment of the match came in the second half when Saka and Nwaneri, the prodigious talent from Arsenal's youth academy, entered the fray and quickly made his mark. He capitalized on a brilliant exchange of passes involving Odegaard and Raheem Sterling to score with a precise touch into the corner of the net. At just 17 years and 247 days, Nwaneri became the second youngest player to score for Arsenal in the Premier League, behind only Cesc Fabregas. The crowd erupted as if they had witnessed the birth of a new club legend, and the expectations surrounding his development are soaring. Additionally, the collective display of the team was one of the highlights. Martin Odegaard once again demonstrated why he is the maestro of this team, controlling the tempo of the game and creating spaces that only players of his caliber can see. Jurrien Timber also impressed in defense, showcasing his versatility by playing as a right back and nearly scoring a goal that was ruled out for offside. The intensity and tactical organization implemented by Mikel Arteta caught the eye once more, and it is evident that the Spanish manager has transformed Arsenal into a machine of offensive and efficient football. Despite the convincing victory, several challenges loom on the horizon. The lack of depth in the squad was highlighted by various analysts following the match, with the need for another out-and-out striker being identified as a priority for the January transfer window. Gabriel Jesus, who is still working his way back to full fitness after an injury, performed well in the pivot role. But the general consensus is that Arsenal requires more options to compete on multiple fronts, especially given the demands of the Premier League and the Champions League. Speaking of transfers, the name Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle has resurfaced in the Emirates gossip mill. The Brazilian, who has been one of Newcastle's key players, is seen as the ideal piece to elevate Arsenal's midfield to a new level. However, negotiations promise to be complicated, with the Magpies reportedly demanding close to $100 million to release the player. Additionally, the Gunners would need to offer a competitive salary, likely between $200,000 and $250,000 a week to attract him. This would make Bruno one of the club's highest-paid athletes, but many believe the investment would be worthwhile to establish Arsenal as one of the powers in European football. With a demanding schedule ahead, including matches against Manchester United, West Ham, and Crystal Palace, Arsenal knows they cannot afford to relax. Every game is crucial, and the expectation is that Arteta will continue to utilize the squad depth, betting on young talents like Nwaneri and Emile Smith-Rowe, while maintaining the backbone formed by players such as Saka, Odegaard, and Gabriel Martinelli. This sequence of matches will also be an opportunity to test the team's consistency, something that has posed challenges in previous seasons. Despite the optimism, some questions remain unanswered. Will Arsenal have the mental strength to overcome teams like Manchester City and Liverpool in the title race? Can the squad withstand the pressures of such a demanding season? And above all, will Mikel Arteta manage to keep all players in sync and ready for the challenges ahead? These are questions only time will answer, but for now, the Gunners can relish yet another spectacular victory. At the same time, the narrative surrounding young Ethan Nwaneri promises to be one of the most exciting stories of the season. If he continues to deliver performances like the one this weekend, there is no doubt he will be a key figure in Arsenal's future. His maturity and confidence on the pitch are remarkable for someone so young, and it's easy to envision many opportunities for him to shine in the coming months. What's next for Arsenal? How Arteta plans to tackle upcoming challenges and continue building a team capable of competing at the highest level. With challenges on the horizon, Mikel Arteta faces some crucial decisions. Squad management will be vital, especially with the intense combination of fixtures in the Premier League and the Champions League. The Spanish manager knows he cannot overburden key players like Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, and Gabriel Martinelli, and the balance between youth and experience may be the determining factor for success. This is where the vital roles of young talents and supporting players in the squad, such as Leandro Trossard, Emile Smith-Rowe, and Reiss Nelson, come into play. All of them must be ready to contribute when called upon. Additionally, there is a growing question about how Arteta will approach the upcoming transfer window. The potential signing of Bruno Guimaraes could be a landmark move for the club, but there are also rumors that Arsenal is eyeing a versatile forward to complement Gabriel Jesus and Eddie Nketiah. The search for a player capable of acting both as a focal point in the box and in wider attacking positions reflects the club's desire to add depth and tactical flexibility to the squad. Arteta's ability to adapt his team to the varying demands of each competition will be tested in the coming weeks. The Premier League remains the primary focus, but Arsenal also harbors ambitions of making history in the Champions League. After several years away from the tournament, the Gunners' return to the European stage has not just been a comeback, it has been a statement of intent. Their performances thus far have been solid, and the fans expect the team to continue advancing and showcasing their strength against the continent's giants. On the pitch, the connection between Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka has been one of the most exciting aspects of Arsenal's play. The two share an almost telepathic chemistry, with their quick, intelligent combinations often leaving opponents without answers. Odegaard's role as captain extends beyond his technical contributions. He is the heart of the team, leading by example and inspiring his teammates to reach new heights. Meanwhile, Saka is increasingly establishing himself as the face of the team, a player who represents not only the present, but also the bright future of the club. However, we cannot overlook the impact of other key figures in the squad. Declan Rice, for example, has been a transformative addition to the midfield. His ability to recover possession, dictate the pace of the game, and contribute to the attack has been crucial for the team's consistency. Alongside him, Thomas Partey, when available, offers defensive solidity that allows Arsenal to be bolder in attack. This combination of strength, technique, and tactical intelligence provides the Gunners with a solid foundation to face any opponent. In terms of defense, the partnership between William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes continues to impress. The duo not only brings security at the back, but is also essential in building plays from deep, a central tenet of Arteta's philosophy. With players like Ben White and Jurrien Timber, Arsenal has options to adjust their defensive line as required. Timber's versatility, in particular, has been a positive even after his initial injury. Meanwhile, the Arsenal fans play an essential role in this journey. The fervent support at the Emirates Stadium has been a driving force for the team, creating an atmosphere that intimidates opponents and motivates players. The relationship between the team and fans seems to be at an all-time high, with both sharing a belief that something special is happening this season. It is this unity that could make the difference in decisive moments. The next challenge for Arsenal will be to prove their consistency. While the convincing victory against Nottingham Forest was promising, everyone knows that the true test will come against stronger opponents, such as Manchester City and Liverpool. To be considered genuine title contenders, Arsenal must demonstrate that they can compete and win in the most challenging matches, those that often determine the fate of a season. And what about the future of Saka Nwaneri? The rise of the young player is already attracting attention not only from Arsenal fans, but also from football analysts across England. He has the potential to follow in the footsteps of other stars developed by the Gunners, such as Jack Wilshere and Cesc Fabregas. However, it is crucial that Arteta and his coaching staff manage his development carefully, ensuring he receives the necessary support to grow without the excessive pressure that often accompanies young prodigies. The coming months will be crucial not only for Arsenal but also for Nwaneri's trajectory. He will have opportunities to showcase his talent, whether in the Premier League, domestic cups, or even the Champions League. Each time he steps onto the pitch, he will represent not only the present, but also the bright future that Arsenal is building. What truly sets this season apart for Arsenal is the feeling that everything is falling into place. From successful signings to the ongoing development of young talents, there is a clear long-term vision in action. Mikel Arteta deserves credit for transforming the club into a well-oiled machine, capable of competing at the highest level. But football is unpredictable, and the real test will be how Arsenal responds to the inevitable adversities that will arise. Nonetheless, the excitement is palpable. This could be the year Arsenal finally breaks the drought of major trophies and reaffirms its place among the elite of European football. The question remains, can the Gunners maintain their momentum and meet all these expectations? And now, Arsenal fans, it's time to dream big. Everything indicates that this could be the year the Gunners finally lift a significant trophy and reclaim their name among the giants of world football. With Saka playing like one of the best on the planet, Odegaard leading like a true maestro, and young talents like Saka and Nwaneri showing that the future is secure, Arsenal has all the tools to dominate both the national and European stages. But here's the question no one wants to ask. Do we have the squad depth to sustain this campaign until the end? The reality is that despite the brilliant football, there is still a lack of depth in some critical positions. A marquee striker and perhaps another elite midfielder could be the difference between a historic season and yet another year of almost there. Will Edu Gaspar and Arteta act swiftly in the January window? And will Bruno Guimaraes, or perhaps another impactful name, be the icing on the cake to transform Arsenal into champions? And what do you think? Is Arsenal ready to take on giants like Manchester City, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid? Or is there still something missing for us to become truly unstoppable? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon because this season promises to be electrifying and you won't want to miss any updates. There's an exclusive playlist with all the latest news, transfers, and analyses about Arsenal. It's pinned in the comments and at the end screen. Hurry over and let's go together on the road to glory. Here we go.